Welcome to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast, your guide to future tech trends and innovation in a language you understand. Now, over to your host, Neil Hughes.
Welcome back to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast. Here we are live from CES this week. The Consumer Electronics Show is known as the global stage for innovation and the biggest tech show in the world. If you've never been, try to imagine every hotel in Vegas and beyond filled with tomorrow's must-have tech. It's the world's gathering place for all those who thrive on the business of consumer technologies. And it has served as the proving ground for innovators and breakthrough technologies for 50 years now. It's known as the global stage where the next generation innovations are introduced to the marketplace. But for those that are unable to attend the biggest tech event in the world today, I catch up with the team from CINEMOOD live from the Sands Convention Centre in Las Vegas, who are going to tell us a little bit more about their story and their progress. Now, CINEMOOD is the maker of the innovative portable mini cinema projector devices that are accompanied with a content platform for kids. Now, CINEMOOD Storyteller is the first cloud-connected mini camera for families that displays immersive content onto any surface. But the mini cinema projector also comes preloaded with a parent-curated library of 150 plus stories to give kids an alternative just to staring into TVs, tablets and smartphones. It's a great project, but enough for me. Let's buckle up and hold on tight so I can beam your ears all the way to Vegas so we can speak with Pavel from CINEMOOD at this year's CES. So a massive warm welcome back to the show. Can you tell the listeners a little about who you are and what you do?
Hi. My name is Paul Zhurablov. I'm co-founder of CINEMOOD. We are doing 3-in-1 magic cinema for the entire family. It's a portable, tiny, ultralight mini projector with preloaded content, which is standalone, can work up to 5 hours continuous video play, and connected to the cloud, where you can find the new content as well as use the online streaming services like Netflix and YouTube. So here we are. We are primarily focusing on the parents with kids from 2 to 14 years old. We basically help parents to entertain and educate kids with their own gadget, which is safer than smartphone and tablets. And kids love it because it's their device and they control it themselves. Parents love it because kids like it and because there is no need to give them phones anymore. That's briefly what we are doing.
Now, regular listeners might recognise your product and indeed your voice because you have been on the show before, but it was quite some time ago. And they do say that 90% of startups die. So I'm incredibly relieved to begin with that you're not one of those. And I've been hearing nothing but great stories about what you're doing. Stories such as Disney licensed content in the US and Canada and breaking into the American and European markets too. So what have you been up to since we last spoke?
Yes. So last time we spoke, we were just at the crowdfunding stage, I would say. We finished our crowdfunding campaign and we were about to launch our product. We delivered our first backers at the end of the last year. And right now we are I hope that we can call us not a startup anymore, but we are a very young company. We were selling during the whole 2017 and the whole year. And we were very successful in Europe and in the US market. So US market, we were selling a lot at the holiday seasons, which just over after the Christmas. And basically in European market, we were selling really well during the whole year. And of course, holiday seasons also was really great. The Disney, you're right, that was a big milestone for us. We just signed the partnership with the Disney for the US, Canada, and Russia and CIS. And we've got the content from Disney licensed to be preloaded to the device. And it's just starting of our partnership with Disney. We hope to extend it and we hope to get more high quality, top of the world content onto our device and hopefully some streaming services. So it's just really the start, which will extend over the time. But right now, the Disney is available for our customers, and we've got some early feedback from them. Everyone is just blown away with the Disney content. It's not only entertainment video, but also educational videos and books, which is great. And a lot of parents just reading to their kids these books. And again, kids love it and parents love it as well. So we are growing.
Fantastic. And speaking of growing, I mean, here you are at CES in Las Vegas. It's the most exciting tech event of the year. You've been there before. I mean, it's huge. Can you just help listeners visualize just how big it is?
Wow, that's a great question. CES is really huge. And imagine a city, I don't know, a size of maybe... I'm just trying to come out with some comparables. Imagine the city a size of maybe Manhattan, and that's full of the new, most innovative tech stuff in the world, which even if you want to visit everyone on the show, you would not be able to make it happen, just simply because it's 24 hours in a day. So it's really the huge and biggest trade event I have seen in my life.
It really is. I mean, anyone that's actually been to Vegas before will know the scale of the strip, and if they've tried to walk it, know that it's practically impossible. And I think a lot of people think that CES is just in a handful of hotels, but it really isn't, and it's pretty much all of them.
Yeah, you're right. And I mean, first of all, there is no available hotels. You need to book maybe at least 4 months in advance to get something. And in second, a lot of companies, what they're doing, they're not hiring booths on the CES. They just buy the lodge, or they just buy a room or even penthouse in the hotel, and they're hosting everything over there. So that's also used for the conference purposes, the hotel rooms. So there is definitely some shortage in the Las Vegas on this week.
So what are your big goals for CES? Is it just spreading the word about CINEMOOD, or do you have any other objectives? Because you've also been there a couple of years before, haven't you?
Yes, we have been there 2 times before, and it will be our third year in a row. And yes, of course, our objective is to spread the word about CINEMOOD and find the new exciting opportunities. But we also set up a very clear business objective for ourselves. We want to settle a couple of deals on the CES with the big retailers and distributors. Have appointed meetings already with stakeholders, buyers, with some sales representatives, and a lot of other parties. Because we are in the content business as well, we are going to get some meetings with potential partners like Disney and some other big names. And as well, we're still startup, growing, need finance. So we would have some meetings with potential investors, hopefully some VC companies, VC funds, and business angels.
Now, like we've said there, this is your third year at CES, and you're going to have a lot of experience there. But there is going to be people listening that may be thinking of attending next year that are on their own startup journey. So how difficult would you say it is to get your voice heard or grab the attention of people who are being bombarded with so many great products? How do you get your voice heard there?
Yeah, that's a very good question. It's not easy. And I would say that creativity is the key. So there will be a lot of competition on the floor. And if you have just a standard boring booth or just visiting some areas and trying to speak up, that's not going to work. So think about some creative ways and something to stand out of the crowd. I remember that last year something was really fascinating on the CES. There were people who were doing the laser projection technology, and they just projected on the air like a hologram. And because it really looks cool, they will always were crowded. Like a lot of people just came to their booth and did just make a photo, and that obviously was a very, very good product. I don't know if this product was about hologram at all, or if it was commercially successful, but in terms of the how to attract people to the booth, that was worked really well. A lot of companies do some competitions, and they're definitely a lot of going on, and there is no single recipe of the success. So just be creative, do something to stand out of crowd, and hopefully it will work.
Well, speaking of standing out from the crowd, if there's anybody listening now to our conversation, whether it be on Spotify or iTunes, and they're in Las Vegas and they're just searching for CES and they want to come and see you guys, where would they find you? Where are you located at CES? And also, how can they arrange to contact you if they would like to arrange a chat?
Yeah, definitely. The best way to arrange a meeting is just to shoot me a short message to my email, which is paul@cinemood.com. We are happy to chat. And the easiest way probably is just to come by our booth. Most of the time we will be there. Definitely there will be someone from our team, and I will be most of the time there. And we are at Sands Convention Center, Hall AD, and booth 42570. I mean, think about the scale. Even the booth number is 5 digits. 42570. How can you remember it?
Fantastic. Well, I hope somebody listening does find you there and says that we sent you.
Yeah.
There's a challenge right now, right?
Yeah, definitely. Just look for the CINEMOOD. We have a great booth. We have a cinema on the side. So you can come up and you can enjoy to view a cinema from the CINEMOOD. And also some exciting new technology, like we will demonstrate AR for kids, where you can use the CINEMOOD to basically project 360 degrees content, which is the only way how kids can enjoy 360 content, because head-mount displays are prohibited for them. So we definitely have something exciting to show. Yeah, if someone wants to come, you're more than welcome.
Fantastic. Well, before I do let you go, though, is there anything that you guys are excited about going to see at CES yourselves? I mean, is it all work, or is there a few things on your own personal wish list that you might run off and see over your lunch hour?
It's funny. When I first time went to CES, I was thinking, yeah, I will have some time to do some personal stuff. At least it's Vegas, Yeah. So I can enjoy some shows and some parties. I would say forget about it. Like, this is 1 week of work.
Yeah. So all your friends that think you're living the glamorous lifestyle, it's quite the opposite, isn't it?
Yeah. You're probably working maybe 18 hours a day, but this is a great business opportunity, so that's why we're going there. So we are excited to have it on the business side.
Fantastic. Well, a huge thank you for coming back on and giving us an update now. I think the Disney things are incredibly exciting, and I hope you can see some more deals over the next couple of days as well. But all I do ask is, once CES is finished and you've chased off all those leads 3 months down the line, come back on and let us know how you're getting on.
Yes, after we summarize our success on the CES. Our 2 times before we were successful, and we decided to go once again. CES is also a quite expensive exercise, so we need to summarize our return on investment. But because it's growing year to year, most likely it will be positive. So I'm more than sure that we will be there next year. It just depends on how big we will be there.
Fantastic. Well, I think you've got an exciting product on your hand. And I think there's going to be a lot of people listening that are on their own journey that are going to be learning from you as well. So I'd love to have you back on. But more than anything, I know how busy it is and how long those hours you're working at the moment. So a big thank you for coming back on the show.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
What a great story. I mean, I love how CINEMOOD earned their stripes in the field of tech and made a name for itself by reaching 123% of its Indigogo goal with 17 days left of the campaign, and wowed audiences at CES a few years ago. But they're there again this year, and I love how the product was designed by parents and essentially allows kids to interact with technology without just staring down at a screen. So if you're in Vegas, they can be found at CES 2018 at the Sands Convention Center, halls A to D, booth 42570, and like Pavel said there, that gives you some indication of just how big it is when the booth number is 42570. So are you at the event? Send me a voicemail from the show floor by visiting any of the podcast episodes at techblogwriter.co.uk/podcast, or even send me a photo of you enjoying yourselves over there. And you can do that by emailing me at techblogwriter@outlook.com, or of course tweeting me at Neil C. Hughes. Now I shall return tomorrow with more tales and great stories, but until next time, don't be a stranger.
Thanks for listening to the Tech Blog Writer Podcast. Until next time, remember, technology is best when it brings people together.